everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I am here today with my update on my progress for March 2022 on Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So I watched Sarah's video, I believe, and I see that she's making sort of a tie to go around her book, and I would like to do that too, but I would like to slow stitch the entire thing. I first need to iron this. This is from a vintage, it has a little embroidery here. It's from a vintage linen tablecloth, so I'm going to iron that and then begin to lay some fabric down on it on both sides. I think I want both sides to be interesting, and then I think I'll put some kind of a button on. I've left it a little bit longer. I think this will fit around the journal, but I am half wondering if maybe I should use something that even is slightly longer, because I'm not 100% on what the width of this will be yet when finished, but I do have this spine to account for, so I don't think it's going to be a whole lot larger than what it is. Because we only have like maximum one more page we'll be adding. So if you watched my last video, you saw I was still deciding what I wanted to cover the inside covers with. I've made some decisions, I think. So first of all, I want to put, these are all of my, well, not all, but some of my samples from my own indigo dyeing here. I think I'm going to continue doing some stitching on top of it. I've just done some cantha stitching across it. I've done a few little X's up here, and then I'm working on some seed stitch here. I'm going to continue to decorate this. I think it needs a lot more to be what I want it to be. And then I'm going to add some lace down the side here of some kind. I haven't decided what yet that I want to add, but it will cover up this bit of excess that I purposely left here because I needed to understand how this book cover was going to work. So it's going to be part of the whole neatening and tidying and finishing process, right? So anyways, first opening Journal of Stitchery cover page is here. Then of course our sampler is here with the tab. Then that's page 1, and then we have the first block with the bunnies. And then I've decided I'm adding my button garden to this book as well. I think that's the second page. And I've now completed the first list of button prompts from this is the one button a week from Gina B Silks. Sorry, it took me a moment there. So if you look at the hashtag one button a week, 2022 maybe, or 52 buttons, I see people using both of those hashtags, you will see what this challenge is all about. It's essentially making a button every week based on the theme that Gina provides. It's really fun. So the last ones that I completed, I think possibly last video I talked last about maybe the teardrop here, the raindrop. So if not, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember everything I did. So I made this one. It was about recycle. And so I actually took an entire bubble wrap envelope that had a label and some packing tape in it, and I made this button. You can see on my Instagram I write about all my buttons. I am a little bit behind in the challenge, like maybe a week or two, but this is the recycle button, and I made it. You can see some paper embedded in the plastic, and the yellow is actually the masking tape. And then the next theme I think was a gift, and so I made this one out of my apple tree, which gives me beautiful branches to trim and make buttons from, as well as apples. So there's lots of gifts from the tree. And then this one was for green. This is ceramic, so I made a ceramic button for that one. And then this one is for dog, so I took a 1950s book page and made a little dog button on some balsa wood. So that's the last of the buttons. I will probably be filling both the inside as well as the outside. I just have my needle through there, but I'll be filling both sides, all of the sides of that. Then we have the second, this was the second block, I believe, the beautiful flowers with the neutral backgrounds. So that one is done. And actually no, that's the third block, right? So then we have the latest block, which is our butterflies here. So I've completely finished what I want to do, I think, and I'm now attaching it onto the page. I just have, you'll see my pins here. I've got some pins hanging about. So I used, the background here was what, neutrals? No, I can't recall. This one was neutrals. Gosh, I'm terrible. Anyways, so beautiful butterflies is the foreground here. So I did do a couple of cross stitch butterflies, and I added them on there on like vintage linens, and I stitched them down. And then I used some nice batik fabrics, and I did all sorts of different things. So these ones I added a bunch of clusters of French knots. I stitched the bodies into the antennas. This one I added some lace to and left it kind of flouncy so it rises up off the page. This one I added some beading to, some seed stitching and some vintage doily. I'll just bring it up so that you can see the close-ups a little bit here. And then I used some pattern fabric, again stitched the body. Added a little bit of woven fabrics, and I have a few little strings that I'm thinking I'll just leave. I quite like them there. So yeah, that is my butterflies. So I am working on attaching them, and then basically the page will be in like this. I'm all ready to go. The next block will go here, the one after that will go here, and then we have this is what I want to put on the back of this, I believe, at this time anyhow. Probably with something more to back the back to just kind of hide the ugly book inside, and then probably possibly some other kind of lace. I'm not sure exactly yet what I'm going to do go around the edges, but I have a lot of ideas. So that is where I am with this project. I have a whole bunch of needles inside of here. So I'm still quite happy with my cover. I'm still enjoying this project a lot, and I am excited to hear all about the next block. Hopefully I will get this one attached before too much longer, and then I have to make the decision about this piece of fabric, if I want to use it or I want to get a longer one just in case, because I would like to work on it like now before finishing the whole book, because I'm impatient, but maybe I will save it until the end. It's hard to say. So that's it for me. I know it's just a little update, but thank you so much for checking out my progress here, and I hope your stitching is going well. I've been really enjoying following the hashtag and seeing the videos and all of the Instagram photos of everyone's work. It's been a lot of fun. I have yet to pop into the Facebook group. I haven't been there in a little bit, but thank you for checking things out. If you're curious about this project, I've linked below the channels Roxy's Creations by Sarah and by Rachel, and they are the ones providing all the prompts for this project. It's a really lovely sort of stitching community project, and I would love to see you play along and see your work. So thank you, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.